As the investigation into the death of a woman here at the Guam Memorial Hospital continues to unfold, members of the public are speaking out, sharing similar experiences of their own, claiming negligence played a role. The family of a 75-year-old man says they are still searching for answers after his unexpected death following a visit to the Guam Memorial Hospital. The man's relative, who asked to keep his identity private, says he was admitted to the ER on February 4th for severe back pain and shortness of breath. His sister brought him to the emergency room around 7 p.m. Then at 8:30 p.m. he called her, yelling no one was helping him. She returned about 15 minutes later, placing a lidocaine patch on his back to ease the pain. She assumed he would stay overnight, as he had before when seeking similar treatment for the same complaints. Just hours later at 1 a.m., the family received a devastating phone call.
Telling my mother, your brother was found out by the security shack.
By the time they arrived, he had passed away. Desperate for answers, the family says GMH staff gave them conflicting accounts of what happened. They were first told that the patient was discharged at 10 p.m. and that a nurse had called family to pick him up. But there were no missed calls from the hospital or from their loved one.
75 years old, oxygen dependent, blind, hard of hearing, dependent on a walker. Whether being on a wheelchair or walking, he cannot push that door open by himself.
The medical examiner later ruled that he died from a seizure, but how he ended up outside the hospital remains a mystery.
They said there's nothing noted about trauma. They said he died from a seizure. I said, the hospital told us he rolled down the hill and I guess, I'm assuming, flipped out of the wheelchair because they said they found him on the ground.
The family turned to the Guam Police Department for help but got no answers there either.
How did my uncle get out? How did he die? I mean, what happened? There's 2 hours unaccounted for and we're trying to get answers and everybody's like, oh, I don't know, wasn't me. Nobody was accepting blame. They, not once did anybody they didn't show any empathy.
For this grieving family, the uncertainty is unbearable.
I don't know if they parked him out on the curb and went to go do something else and just assumed he got picked up. I don't know. Nobody had answers. But I don't think he succumbed to that illness. Any of his illnesses. I think what happened was something happened with GMH and they're not telling us.
Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.